The school year is wrapping up for high schoolers and students are eager for the summer break. As Josee Foster explains, the end of grade 12 for one Lethbridge student was a dream come true.
I couldn't really believe it at first. It was like, obviously nobody expects you're going to get a phone call like that.
18-year-old Joshua Freund was swimming lengths early one morning before a swim meet in Vancouver when he missed a call from Harvard University. When he finally connected with someone after multiple tries, Joshua learned that he'd been accepted to the Ivy League.
Next couple days, actually, after the phone call, I had thought that I had hallucinated the phone call multiple times.
It was a pretty emotional experience, actually, for all of us to get that phone call, to sort of get to the point where you know that your son's reached his dream. What else can you want as a parent? There's nothing else we can ask for.
Joshua's parents were both lifeguards growing up, but never thought all three of their kids would become competitive swimmers.
To keep going in the face of having an older brother who was a national team member or whatever else, and chasing after that and keep putting the time and effort in.
He's got that very meticulous nature, and that's something that I envied him for. You know, why couldn't I be like that when I was a 17-year-old kid?
I don't think there's anybody who's ever known him that wouldn't say that he's incredibly dedicated to what he does. He learned how to do a Rubik's Cube in that under 30 seconds. He'd have gone into an origami phase where he put together this massive, how many pieces, I don't know, thousands of pieces of it. He learned, self-taught himself how to play the piano.
Jason and his wife Julie recognize that their youngest son's work ethic has made him a successful swimmer, but they also encouraged him to try other things.
It's so all-consuming before school, after school. There's really no time for friends, for birthday parties, for most stuff. There's a lot of sacrifice involved. So we tried to convince Josh on several occasions to play volleyball, basketball at school, whatever else, and there was no way. His reasoning was that he'd have to give up some training and he just wouldn't be as good.
Josh's commitment to swimming wasn't always easy, but he undertook his training regimes with his sights set on the big leagues.
I've actually been working towards getting into Ivy League school like this for a couple of years. Started beginning of 2016, kind of. Had to go through a bunch of testing in order to get into those schools. They want to see what your grades are like, your level of thinking, all that stuff.
There probably was no real time where we really believed he was going to get in. I mean, you always hope. There's always that, it's like buying a lottery ticket. He was applying and didn't quite get on the swim team, didn't quite get into early admission, didn't quite get into full admission, putting on the wait list. You move on. You just move on.
He started saying, like, I'm on the wait list, can you write me a reference letter? And it sort of just got like one step closer, one step closer.
Step by step, Josh moved closer to his dream becoming reality. Accepting Harvard's personalized offer meant declining 2 scholarships to Ontario's Western University. With all 3 Freund kids gone next year, Josh's parents are a little disoriented.
You're planning the next swim meet, what's coming up, how much to budget for it, buying the power bars, making the eat more bars and banana bread, and I don't know what it's going to be like. Like, I can't sort of picture what life will be like next year, and I'm not sure I want to go there just yet.
I've actually been kind of waiting to get out of town for quite a while. Like the beginning of last year, I think I was ready to move out already. So I think this is going to be a really awesome opportunity to grow as a person, kind of figure out who I am when I'm away from my parents and living on my own. I will miss them, of course. Being far away isn't going to be easy, but I'll get to see them at Christmas most likely. I'm sure they'll come to visit me sometime during the year as well. So,
Josh will be studying engineering at Harvard and, of course, swimming lots. For Bridge City News, I'm Josee Foster.